2021, and as the desk highlighted, they have not played yet here in 2022. This is the first time these two Titans clash. Navi, one of the best teams in the world, with the best player in the world, and Cloud9, who has been chasing their tail for over a year now. Let's see if they're up to the task.
And what looks like a really shaky in many ways Cloud9, but they made it through, like Simple was saying. They kept playing overtimes, they kept coming back. They are obviously a very, very resilient team, so this will be exciting. A quick little restart here at the beginning.
False start?
When no one's taking any damage, there's no issues, you can call for that, so
that was
we're
a quick
all
one.
good.
They were on top of that real quick. They were like, wait, someone's not talking, we can't hear someone. So just a mic issue, we'll get that figured out. We're gonna start all over. They're already readying up, so no big deal. Yeah, this is so interesting. I remember earlier this year at Cologne talking with Simple during a media day, during an interview, and he kind of mentioned that he thought Shiro had been snubbed a little bit as one of the best offers in the world. You know, if you go back to last year, if you go back, and he's just like, yeah, you know, Shiro's been playing amazing, and he's not getting the credit he deserves. So there's a lot of respect between these two teams. And as Simple mentioned,
he got a bit yesterday. Yeah,
that's true. He did. I mean, with the way Shiro's been playing as well, he's going to get a lot of credit moving forward as well. This has been a disgusting major from him. He hard carried them through a lot of stretches of the challenger stage, and he's got another challenge here today against Navi.
Yeah, you have to assume in what was that against Imperial? Sorry, I meant the last stage, not yesterday. But if you're against Imperial, you have to assume that that if Shiro doesn't do what he's doing, they might not even be here.
Yeah, exactly.
So absolutely wild to be seen. Well, here we go. Cloud9, they're going to be on the T side now. Be on the CT side. We are ready. They've dropped some nades back. I feel like are they going to be picked up by maybe Navi running back to pick them up? That's interesting.
I don't think they spotted each other, Navi and Electronic.
No.
I think Electronic's going to get close. Navi has no idea. If Electronic keeps pushing forward and turns this corner, Navi's got knife out. He's going to hear these footsteps. Yeah. Everyone from Navi is going to start shifting over to the A-bomb site, especially because Shiro is next. And if Electronic hears those footsteps as well, they'll know exactly what is coming. And Electronic is saying, don't worry about middle. I got middle. They've got no idea I'm here. And Shiro is free as you like.
And he doesn't spot anybody else. Smoke already up in the window in the middle, but that doesn't really matter. They know what is coming. They have a very good read at the moment, Navi. This is a nice start. Smoke down, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. We've already got basically 4 people at this bomb site, and Perfecto will follow it up. Strong headshots coming out. Hobbit and Intas, both of them down. And now nobody from Navi needs to overextend. They can play this really smoothly and just wait it out. Maybe they want to try and see if they can stop the bomb plant just to make life a little bit harder on the T side. The lineup for it there, trying to see if he can maybe block the bullets, but it's never going to happen. Axile in a 1 versus 5 instead, and he's going to be found. Nice round from Navi.
The timing of the jiggle peek just lost Cloud9 that entire round. Navi just jiggle peeking. It's by no fault of his own. It's just unlucky that Electronic was able to cross while he wasn't actually peeking towards top mid. A very small gap, and that's got to be so frustrating. Shiro never had a chance. He wanted to duel in middle with a P250 to keep attention away from the A-bomb site as much as possible, and obviously it never even got to that point. So much information. And Simple denies the bomb plant, but give all your props over to Perfecto, who hit 2 perfect shots on the execute from Cloud9. It's 1-0 for Navi.
No bomb plant means they're going to go into this round with just a Glocks. You have to assume that there's not going to be too much fireworks.
Navi's looking for their 3rd major in a row to go 3-0 in the Legend stage.
Is that really true?
Yeah. Stockholm, they didn't drop a map whatsoever. Antwerp as well, they went through 3-0. If they can do it again here, that'd be...
That's interesting, because historically they obviously have a rumor of doing the opposite, right? They have a rumor of being a team that starts slow in a tournament.
Most events, it feels like they start a little slow, a little shaky from time to time. And also, I mean, the other crazy thing about it is, one thing we talk about and touch on throughout these tournaments at the majors is the challenger stage buff, of being one of the teams who play through the challenger stage, being acclimated to the environment, being used to the setup process, being used to the things around you, and not having to deal with that. And the Legend stage frequently come in and start out a little bit slow.
Yeah, I'm a huge believer in that buff, so I'm curious to see how this will play out. We've got a double setup, a little bit of a crossfire that's been established here in the B bomb site for the CTs. Should be powerful, and again, with no flashes or anything else to break this crossfire up. I guess we're getting a lesson in why you need smokes to get rid of someone like Bit, right? If without them, you just walk into the crossfire.
Smokes or armor or upgraded pistols, you're not gonna beat Bit and Perfecto in that bomb site when they have got M4s against unarmored Glocks. It just ain't gonna happen. 2-0. Not like Cloud9 had a whole lot of better options though. So throwaway round, and Cloud9's gonna look towards the AK-47s.
But a nice smooth start here at the beginning. Interested to see what happens when either team can afford that AWP. Actually, on this map in the past, I've seen Simple kind of try to dodge the AWP for a while because it doesn't always look like he feels that confident with it. Electronic is going to be going down, and that's a lightning-fast shot coming out from Axile, who is absolutely also a player to watch. We talked about Shiro, but Axile, for my money, is such an incredible rifler. The way that he jiggles those corners and takes the fights, it's so hard to play against.
If I remember correctly from just 6 minutes ago, which is no kind of guarantee, that's kind of Kassad's player that he said he was keeping his eyes on this game, because I think obviously at this point with the way that Shiro's been playing, we kind of expect him to be a dominant force. We expect him to be a powerful player within the server, and if anyone's going to step up next to him, you want it to be Axile. It's a good opening kill. SDY, small gap, spots it out, drops the Molotov, no chance for a chase whatsoever. He'll lay a smoke on top of it, delay even further with the SMG.
Oh, this is so dangerous walking in front of this. They do tag him, and that's the confirmation. That's all they needed. Axile heard just to think that he's going to be able to take him down, bit with a headshot, but he's going to get turned upon, and they find the kill on Simple. Shiro in this round, huge double, and Perfecto now, he might be 5-0, but he's walking into a 1 versus 3. Only has a FAMAS to lose, so I guess he could hang around and look for an opening. Yeah, the M4, now he's going to exit. Thought maybe he would stick and try and see if he could find a kill, make it a 1 versus 2, but no.
Yeah, he just wants the M4 and to bail out. He's got money in the bank to drop over to a teammate. They're going to have money to buy in the next round, but that's a nice clean win for Cloud9 off the back of an opening kill. Good 5-on-4 conversion for C9. I don't think he'll prioritize chasing down the kit. It would be nice, but I don't think anyone's going to be telling him to go put himself in that kind of danger. So first gun round goes to C9's attack here on Mirage.
Hard to know what other plan there could have been if you're holding close like that with an MP9 and you've already used the Molotov, you already used the smoke.
It's that he makes the riskier play that potentially has higher reward. He's hoping they're going to maybe try and bust through that smoke. The other play is obviously just to stay tucked in the corner, but you're a little bit susceptible to flashbangs. You can also fall back towards dark, towards underneath the balcony, but even there you're also susceptible to a Molotov, and he had just used his smoke. So not a whole lot of great options, especially because Navi had shifted most of their defense away from that bomb site.
A little bit of timeout being called down. Technical timeout.
Yeah, another tech. It's another mic problem, so we'll get that fixed just as quickly as the previous one, I would imagine, and get back underway. 2-1, and we heard the interview from Simple, and he said, yeah, this is a match that could be on stage. I don't know why it's not on stage, and the reason why is because there's another incredible game over there on the mainstream, and we were chuckling about this one during the break as well. It's Vitality and Faze. Obviously, Faze, we all know what they've been able to accomplish this year. Favorites coming into this IEM Rio Major. Vitality, the recent ESL Pro League champions, also able to just to qualify through to the Legend stage, and they're also kind of hopefuls to make a deep run. Those guys are in an 0-1 match on the stage. That's on the mainstream, so obviously throw that one or this one over on your secondary monitor and keep track of all the action.
We're for sure we're going to get to the end of the Legend stage, and we're going to have some of the really heartbreaking elimination matches that are going to be featuring some of these top teams. There's no way out of it. You can see it coming already.
Imagine being an 0-2 match against FaZe.
Yeah.
You're like,
great.
Sweet. Thanks for that, everybody.
Someone's going to probably, someone could have end up there. It's not done yet, but wouldn't be surprised if some of these really heavy-hitting teams are going to end up down there. That's usually how it plays out. All right, a little bit of a slower start to this round for Cloud9. I'm not really surprised. They're going to try and see if they can run boost. This might be dangerous. This flashbang has to be good, but Electronic is playing anti-flash, although Navi actually goes way behind the boxes, so that's a nice repeat from him, and he's going to win the fight against Electronic in the middle.
Yeah, but the Simple's going to keep his angle as well, because he's got Bit over on Catwalk to try and keep some spacing to help close the gap, to provide him some support. So Simple is really hungry for a kill. Even got a second teammate coming in towards Connector to watch Underpass to secure his escape. And now they've got to look towards the A bomb site. This is rinse and repeat for Cloud9 from the last round. Get an opening pick and relocate and readjust towards the A bomb site and do a nice little execute.
And look at the read from Navi. They think this might end up with a B bomb site. They want to rotate there, and they're absolutely wrong. Smokes are starting to go down. Top connector towards the jungle, and Nafi with the kill onto Bit. This is devastating. They're going to run right through their own smoke and just enter the bomb site. And they're going to find that there's no one here.
That's Nafi leading from the front. He's got the 2 opening kills, obviously, which is great, but then also taking the step into his own smoke. He's like, look, I'm going to jump through this. We've got a 2-man advantage. I'm going to take the risk of my life. I'm going to find out the information. Perhaps nobody's home, which is exactly the case. They get a free plant. They get a free round because Navi's got to save the weapons they have.
It's kind of sick. They have, in total on the Cloud9 side, they have 6 kills, and they've won 2 rounds behind it. So that's pretty efficient, you've got to say. Obviously, Navi calling a save in both the last round and this one with what they could. But that's a great start.
Yeah, and there's no chance for a hunt right now from Cloud9 because the save was simply called way too early in the round. So 2-2, we're all tied up. I think SDY is going to try and grab the M4 on Catwalk really quick after the bomb explodes. Might be hoping the bomb blows it up into the corner so it's a little bit safer for him. And then the question becomes, do Electronic and Bit, do they buy upgraded pistols and armor to surround these 3 weapons?
I'd actually love to see that in slow motion again from Electronic's point of view, because I kind of wonder how confusing it is. You hear the flash behind you, you're playing anti-flash, you spin around, and there's no one there, and then you get re-peeked, not from the CT spawn side, but actually from the hay cart. That must be a little bit confusing.
Oh, that's a bit rough. 2 early picks in middle from Exile in the previous round, from this most recent one by Navi to find Electronic. And as the desk mentioned, he played a phenomenal game in the opening match of the Legends stage for Cloud9 to put them in this 1-0 game against Navi.
Okay, here we go. Quick, immediate dive down into the underpass Perfecto on a bit of a mission, but he calls it off immediately. He had one job. He wanted to find someone who might have been careless from Cloud9, someone who just was running around, but doesn't quite happen.
Exile heard the run back as well
Yeah.
after the peek through the smoke. So you can see on the minimap, Cloud9 being very passive. They're like, if he's going to come back, he's going to have reinforcements there to help secure the escape. So let's not risk it here. Let's be happy that actually the aggressive move didn't pan out. They got absolutely nothing off of it in the B-halls, not even any information. And very comfortably, Cloud9 is going to play the mid-round smoke into the mid-window. What the main thrust of this attack is going to be in the B-halls. 4 players from Cloud9 lying in wait. And it's just a USP.
Yeah, I was going to say, the previous round, they tried to stack the B-bomb side and kind of guessed it wrong a little bit. This time, they try and stack the other side. All right.
That's
Exile, run amok up in the B hallways. They hoped there was going to be an A hit of some kind, and once again, kind of guessing a little bit. But again, it is a guessing game.
It's a little dangerous this op is even here and that committed from Simple. He's going to... Oh, okay. He's going to shank his teammate.
Everyone calm down.
Yeah.
Take a deep breath.
So get the hell out of my way, bro.
He did not want to get shot in the back. So, 3-2. Again, with absolutely minimal kills on the side of Cloud9 to get some of these rounds.
Yeah. 7 total kills now. 3 rounds. And we'll take it. That is just the state of Counter-Strike at the moment. And obviously, Navi, with kind of their shifting across the map and some of the gambles they've had to do with only 3 weapons to save, just want to bring them forward into the next round so they don't have to reinvest. But M4 is going to come out on Electronic. They're going to come back out on Bit, so Navi's going to have everything they want going into round 6.
Funny in a way, because we spent years, it feels like, making fun of Jame and his saving, and turns out he was just way ahead of the curve.
Yeah, in a way. That's the picture we'll paint for him, yeah.
I feel like he deserves it. He's been bullied a lot by the general community. So I'll give him a little bit, you know.
I'm pretty sure you were the one pushing that meme at the start as well, though. Like, don't try and retcon this. You were leading the charge. You were
now I'm white knighting him. And we're rewriting history, Jason.
Perfect. We're doing it all here on the B stream.
That's how it is.
Utility dump in middle. This is going to be an attack towards the A bomb site. Here it comes, nice and quick. SDY almost got caught. He's got Simple protecting him in Palace. Oh, what a shot. Nafi again with an opening, and there's the response from Simple.
Yeah, backs off. They almost caught him at the corner. Nafi's so aggressive right now. He's feeling the confidence. Bomb is on the site, and they're going to try and get the plant now. Nice pick off on Exile. That means they can actually focus on the retake. If Exile's alive in middle, they have to worry about that instead. 4 versus 3.
There's utility as well for Navi.
There is. You're not wrong.
Nafi's going to get smoked out, you'd imagine.
Kit on Bit, and with the smoke that's going to go on top of the bomb, they're going to be able to put a lot of pressure on here. This is going to be a very, very hard bomb site to hold for C9. There's no doubt about that. Hobbit, already the bullets whizzing past his head, but they haven't found him yet. Nafi equalizing the score. They get to Hobbit right in return. Shiro picking up a kill, and now it's a 2-on-2, and you're right. That bomb is so far ticked already, and Shiro, easy angle to hold. Simple, he'll have to make a run for it here. The round is absolutely won. 4-2 in favor of Cloud9. And this time, Navi, they only even get to save the AWP. That's about it.
This is nice and simple from Cloud9 to open up their offensive side of Mirage. And on top of that, you have some banger entries. What is this now? 3 gun rounds in a row where Nafi's provided 2, Exile's provided 1. They're finding all those opening frags. And the conversion rate in these 5-on-4s is obviously excellent as well.
Yeah, they're making it work for themselves.
What a disgusting slide out from Nafi. You could see SDY was really nervous about Palace. I think Simple saying, I got it, bro. I got it. Don't worry about Palace. I have it. Pay attention to ramp, and obviously slides right into a headshot.
Money not looking good at the moment for Navi. Although the round loss one has started to sort of build up. I guess that's something to think about. And they're going to go maybe a little bit quicker this time. It looked like they wanted to go behind that one, but slowed down slightly. Double setup in the middle, almost a triple setup for Navi in the middle. So if they go right now, they're going to have to basically run through the smokes if they want to do it, or they have to commit to a full-on retake here on the Navi side. And look at them slowing it down. I actually thought they would follow through, but they've really ground to a halt outside of the A-bomb side.
That's the second time Electronic has made that push in middle. Second time he's found Shiro as well. SDY anchors it down well, finds Inters, and has got to bail out away from utility. Navi can be patient with this one as the smoke clears. Electronic finds a second kill, and now Simple can step up to the plate, but he's not going to overextend.
A little bit of a slowdown for Cloud9. I bet they were hoping they could catch someone straggling onto the bomb side, but it didn't really work out that way. Nice shot from Exile. That's the mechanical skill that we were talking about earlier, but it's not going to be enough.
Look at the HP, though. That was actually pretty dicey for SDY to kind of come out like that. If he didn't go for the spam through the box, he might have been able to clean up that kill, and all of a sudden you got a 1-on-2 with a low HP Simple. That could have been really, really dicey. 4-3 as Navi get back to their winning ways. They stopped the run at 4. It was 4 rounds where Cloud9 found access, not only to opening kills, as we mentioned, but to the bomb site, getting bomb plants. 4 rounds of bomb explosions.
And I suppose the execute into A to try and sort of prompt a reaction from Navi. They did get the reaction, it just wasn't in the A bomb side, it was in the middle with the Electronic, and Shiro wasn't quite ready, so a little bit of an awkward angle for him. Round number 8 coming up, and it's absolutely crucial for Navi that they pick up this round and build an economy on the CT side, because right now it's looking not that great. They have all the kills, that's great. Actually, in some ways, C9 is still behind on that front. But the funds are really running dry at the moment. Another mid-take coming in. Are they going to go for the same run boost?
They could. Simple's the most aggressive one with the AWP. Normally he's been positioned in connector, this time on catwalk, and he's looking for that exact run boost as you mentioned, but he's just going to give up the angle, just going to slide away, and that's an awkward run boost. Snaffany, the second time he gets it.
And they wanted to set it up again with the same flashbang, right? I think that's a really interesting way to do it. So if someone, if no one's playing, if they're just looking straight at it, if they're not playing anti-flash, then they're definitely dead.
Well, that flashbang is also usually the cue for Simple with the op on catwalk to take the peek. You could see him jiggling. He's looking into the wall, ready to dodge the flashbang, and as soon as it pops, he'll take the peek really quick, lightning fast with the op. But this time, not positioned for it. Looking for the boost up, and he's got it. He knew exactly what was coming. He mentioned it in the interview. We know what they like to do. We know what to expect.
That was a wallbang shot to take down Bit Axel with the opening, but this forward position on the ramp is everything. 20 seconds, the bomb is dropped down there, and they can't recover it. Inters, 15 seconds for a 1 versus 3? I don't think so. Even with the Molotov here, it's a nice cheeky little play, but Perfecto's going to show up for the rescue, and they'll even out the scoreline here. 4-4, they get to keep 3 people alive. They don't save any AWPs, but still, good round from Navi.
Where'd that Nafany shot come from?
Yeah, I still don't know.
A wallbang with the AWP. Nice shot from Nafany. I almost provided the opening, but as you mentioned, the aggressive A defense on top of the ramp was absolutely perfect. Very, very talkative on the Cloud9 side as they take their first time out. Things are tied up, and the money is an issue. Nafany's got plenty, Axile's got plenty, but the other 3 on the struggle bus in terms of economy. So decisions to be made for Cloud9 and how they want to move forward and how they want to invest their funds as the timeout comes to a close.
I feel like with the way they're beginning entries, it must be so tempting to just get an AK and run for it, because if you can get even one of those entries again, maybe you're going to be able to build on that right away. Yeah.
What a great round from SDY. Not only this one's good from Perfecto down the stretch, but it's SDY to get a kill down ramp and then turn around and grab one more player coming over the top of the stairs. That timeout turned into a tech, so we're going to get a little extended break here. Take a deep breath.
Yeah, we need it as well. It's 4-4 right now, all tied up. It's such a critical game, like we talked about. Some of these really titanic teams here, nobody wants to go into playing, you know, in the 1-1 or even in the, you know, later on in the 1-2, right? Like you want to just get out of this stage as soon as you possibly can. If you stay here too long, it's just going to get worse.
Yep. Now the nice thing is also, I mean, with these kind of, with a lot of the heavy hitters already playing each other, dropping down into those, you know, 1-on-1 matchups, they wouldn't have to face each other. They've already done it here in the Swiss system, so they naturally kind of avoid that outcome, which is nice. Wouldn't have like a Navi Cloud9 elimination game ever, or a Navi Vitality elimination game ever. Electronics loving this aggression in this game.
Yeah, he really is.
That's something they must have picked up on something where they're like, hey man, if you're feeling frisky, Opportunity is going to be there. This is the third time he's made the push, and the third time it's, I'm going to say it's going to have success. I don't know if he'll end up getting the kill.
It's damn close.
Yep.
Down to 4 health. Now, he's got to be careful he doesn't overextend this one. There is an AK, well, there was one in play, but there's also the AWP. And look at Simple. He's walked all the way through the underpass. He's going to be up behind them. He's already got a kill, but I don't think they're expecting him to still be pushing this. Shiro, I can't believe he gets the flick. No question. He was aiming at the bottom of that hallway, and he just absolutely takes him down. That was well done.
Yeah, but he probably, I don't think he could have been scoped in either. That's such a fast shot to react when you don't expect it whatsoever. And the problem now with Simple going down is they still know that Electronic is isolated here. A Molotov could flush him out of position. He does not have a smoke. Now, Perfecto does from the window, but that's a long distance for him to wait for the smoke to come in if they still Molotov this. But I guess they might think that he's bailed out. And that ain't the case.
Yeah, it's been so silent. Look at him peeking all at the same time. Electronic gonna get the kill. And really low from earlier. Nafi, he was the one who got a little bit beat up by Electronic at the top of mid. INCE now just with a Tech9 in a 1 versus 4. He's turned it into a 1 versus 3, but the bomb is miles away. And
oops.
Try and do some damage. Yeah, a little bit of an oops. Actually did get the tag on there. Perfecto is 8-1, so he's been having himself a great game whenever he's been able to get into the fight.
Yeah, solid game. One of the players that really marked the rise of Navi last year into their dominant level is his kind of step up from an individual perspective. Putting together a very nice game in the early going. Bit of patience from Electronic throughout this round, and you certainly think that's got to be a conversation point within the Cloud9 offense. Is just like, okay, we've seen this 3 times now in 9 played rounds.
Yes.
Like, we need to make sure that we're keeping our eye on that he's not able to take that control. Now, you'd imagine at this point, after doing it 3 times in the first 9 rounds, I would have to think Electronic is not going to risk making that kind of a play too many more times.
If you were here on the B stream for the previous game, that was Mouse versus Big, you're gonna already sense a huge change of pace in this one.
Yeah.
Way more slowed down. C9 don't want to be going for any kind of quick executes the way that especially Big like to do on the T side. So just an interesting stylistic difference here.
I don't know if I even would have said that Big likes to do that before that game was
Probably
played.
not.
I think they just came in with a little bit of an attitude. Simple's going to get a chance to warm up the AWP. 6-3, make it 7. Electronic to peek underneath. Simple misses a shot up above. Electronic does go down, but plenty of forces here, so no danger for Navi. Simple's going to add another, and it's just Exile remaining, but the Tech9 does its work. Got to be careful. Yeah,
you've got it boxed in. So just a little bit of teamwork to take care of business. 6-4 in favor of Navi. It's starting to turn into a little bit more of a respectable first half on their side. And I guess here's something else. You know, we talked about the string of rounds where Cloud9 would get the entry and convert that entry into a victory.
Yeah.
But if they stop getting the entries, then what is the next step in the plan?
What is the plan? Now, we've seen a lot as well from Cloud9 as well. Some weak T sides throughout the Challenger stage, throughout the event, and a lot of crazy comebacks when they switch over to the CT side. This is a very defensive-oriented team.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. Something to keep in mind if you are fan of Cloud9 or you have them in your pick'ems and you're a little bit worried. There is a second half coming up that they do actually, you're right, traditionally play super well. Let's see how this plays out. Hobbit is on 1 kill, INCE is on 2. And it's kind of Exile, Shiro, and Nafi who's been doing a lot of the work. So, might be some more resources to put into play here on the C9 side eventually if they can get themselves warmed up just a little bit. Again, that slightly forward defense. Doesn't feel like Navi like when they're far back on that A-bomb side and they get smoked out and the bomb goes down. So they've been a little bit more heavy on playing towards the ramp now. No mid control though at all for Navi.
Just a little bit.
This feels so dangerous when you give up this much middle.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that it's just a different style of look, right? They've been challenging in middle. Electronic has pushed middle. They've had presence on Catwalk. They've had presence in Con. This is just a round where they're going to throw a different style at it and see what Cloud9 does with this. Happy to play containment for the moment. Deep Molotovs from Connector into the A-bomb site to apply pressure. The main thrust is coming towards B, though, and it seems like Perfecto and Bit, they're both on Catwalk. I don't think they realize quite yet what's coming, and Navi's in a very dangerous position.
They only have 1 smoke though on the C9 side, so they can't do the double smoke to get rid of the Catwalk. Shot from Shiro, taking down Electronic to begin.
Oh, but here it comes. B hit. Perfecto's already turned. He's looking the other direction. Nafi at the off angle, drops down to Van. Perfecto needs 1, and he can't get it. And now Bit steps up, but he too, as Bench has been compromised, has no good fights, and he falls. And Cloud9 find their 5th.
Yeah, that's so tough. It feels like you almost have to get a headshot on the player that's dropping down towards the truck in that one, or it's game over. They're gonna be swinging from all directions at that point in time, and that's exactly what happened. So rough turn of events, but for C9, it's absolutely amazing. Another good set of opening kills. They also got Electronic in the middle. So yeah, just everything kind of working to perfection here. Simple and SDY left hanging out and hoping to save the guns. But 6-5 as T-side just keeps up.
Yeah, and I mean, I think you got to be pretty happy with this if you're Cloud9. But I mean, again, it'd be an interesting stat to see when this half is done with is the conversion rate for Cloud9. Because again, this is another opening kill provided by the op of Shiro, this time onto Electronic. Right here. Bang. Great shot. And the defense was already pulled towards Catwalk, but that's going to make it even thinner to defend the B bomb site when Electronic goes down.
Yeah, there's nothing much Axel can do, because he's taking the fight up towards the hallway, but they're actually down on the bomb side, so he just has so many angles to cover.
Yeah, I would have to imagine that Cloud9, I mean, I can think of at least 4 rounds that they've won off the back of an opening kill, so, you know, I think I'm going to be really interested when it goes to halftime. I'm going to check what the percentage was that Cloud9 was actually able to win rounds when they don't win that opening kill.
Yeah, that's been the trend, and I mean, as long as you can keep getting them, they're proving it round for round right now, so keep it up. And money, I don't know, there's a little bit of cash on the side of Navi. I guess they're not immediately in danger territory, but
they're getting there.
They're getting there.
Yeah, they're going to start knocking on that door. They've done a pretty good job with their economy in terms of saving and making sure they always have some dangerous weapons to play with in each and every round. They can challenge each and every round.
But it seemed like Cloud9 like this, they play so slow for so long. Sometimes it's sort of broken up by an incredibly fast round. So I wonder if we're going to see that at some point, because that'd be really interesting if they just try to change. Oh, well,
here we go.
Yep, right out of the palace. It's Sundae trying to fall back. Perfecto looking for it, and great opening kills in the side of Navi here. They needed that really badly, because that was about to be a knockout on the A bomb side. Shiro, though, jumping over, trying to no-scope Perfecto. Molotov is down, and he's going to have to fall off that ledge. 4 versus 3. Did he see the gun barrel? He absolutely did. Hobbit, that's a good read. He can probably get the spam through. I don't know why he's not. He's waiting for it. SDY is very low on health for the flick. Not connecting, and as a result, SDY is dead immediately.
That's why. He's waiting for the flashbang. Hobbit has the bomb as well, not able to plant. Does he want to go aggressive? Remember, he's got the bomb. If it goes down, it's dropped into CT spawn. That might just be round over. Shiro got such a difficult task. Oh, I think Hobbit went for a little bit more than he wanted to. He could have sunk back and got the bomb planted. I think that's a my bad from Hobbit.
Yeah, that's a danger when you take the ring into Mordor. You're giving it over to the enemy, Jason.
You've gone for that lower hanging fruit, haven't you? Jesus. Oh, my Lord. 7-5.
Tough times.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I love the idea of changing the pace that much. It doesn't take a lot for Navi to sort of grow into like a feeling that they're playing slow all the time.
You can see like the risky side of it though. You're missing some of the details like hold the phone, hold the thought. SDY inside the Molotov is going to get 2. An opening kill though for Cloud9, but at a disadvantage now in a 3v4.
And another attempt to try and go really hard at it.
And I was going to say, you can see like the deficiencies that are caused by that kind of a fast pace previously, quickly dropping out Palace. You catch SDY off guard, but once you drop into the bomb set, there's no utility in the choke points because they're not waiting for him. It's clear lines of sight for SDY, clear line of sight for Perfecto. This time as well, they're fighting inside the Molotov from SDY, which is well timed as well. So you're taking a few more risks, but the reward is that much sweeter if you can actually pull it off. It's just Cloud9's been stumped.
Perfecto is still 11-3. He's really had himself an amazing game. 2-round lead for Navi. If they can get the rest here, this could very still turn into a 10-5 half. And at that point, they're just going to walk away saying, no problem at all. Even if Cloud9 looked really good at some point here, they're not going to be that worried. Simply making a lot of noise. And Axel, I think he almost tracked him the whole way through. That's a little bit reckless. 40 seconds on the clock and trying to make the jump down. But Perfecto with the spray on that M4A1, he's not going to miss that one.
It's a long time for Perfecto to be on his own, though.
Yes, it is. 35 seconds, and they're trying to get here. Spray through the smoke. It's not quite connecting, but Shiro very low on health. Perfecto, he's picked up the AWP. This seems crazy. That's surely going to equalize it just a bit. Shiro's picking up a kill in the meantime, and he nearly gets the flick right there. Down to 20 seconds and a 2-on-2. They find Perfecto, and now has Shiro got time to plant the bomb. He's going to go straight for it. Absolutely no fear that he's being pushed. And SDY coming through nade. Not quite close enough to blow up Shiro. He's got to be worried about it. AK switching it out, looking for it, but Shiro to win it. 1 versus 2 at the end, and he's going to get that double kill and win it for his team.
Yeah, that's a disgusting round from Shiro. What a recovery for Cloud9 in this round. It seemed like they were stumped and beaten out of it a number of times, and Perfecto just could not hold on to the B bomb site. Did everything he possibly could. That is so well fought. Missed shot from Shiro. Brought down to 9 HP at this point, but just holding angles, waiting for the peek from SDY. Painful one for Simple to have to play out and just watch. And Nafi's hyped up. Now, that's an important round. If you go back, you mentioned Navi's played Mirage once today. That was against Zywoo and Vitality that went into a triple overtime. Navi was only able to get 5 rounds on their T side in that match.
Yeah, that's another good point. This could be very different. Like you said, Cloud9 are going to be good on the CT side. So, economy's been blown up. They have the AWP on Simple, but all of the rest are being hunted down by the T side as we speak, and that AWP is not going to get anywhere near the... Well, now it is, but that's so dangerous. Surely you don't do this. It's absolutely crazy. He's almost dead already, and now he's probably boxed in as well. They're surely going to come find him. Why would you give him this AWP? Good little shot there, but... Yeah, already at the A-bomb site, Hobbit looking for it, and Simple, he has the right idea and incredible aim to take him down.
They should, ooh, they don't have a lot of money, Cloud9. They have to be careful how many guns they throw at this to get this weapon away. Simple can actually do some real damage. Thankfully, it's Shiro who hasn't boxed in. It's Inters to join up with him to have a stack. And there is no escape route in this direction.
No, definitely not. Inters making some noise.
Oh.
Kind of baiting the shot. Zeus out of nowhere. Didn't get it done.
What a
and
rat.
it will be all of the guns lost. Well, the one gun that they had really on the Navi side. But what a turnaround. There was a point right here where it could have been 10-5 for Navi. Now instead we're tied up 7-7 going into round number 15.
I think Simple in that round is just saying, I'm going to try and flex a little bit with this AWP. I mean, if I can get that kill early on, if I can bring it into a 2-on-3, if I find one more kill with that quick peek through market window, then all of a sudden I can play things a little bit more patiently and see if I can pull off a miracle. But he had to hit that shot, had to hit that kill. And it's not to be. 7-7, final round of the first half, and another opening kill for Cloud9.
That really has been their bread and butter throughout this first half. That's what's been working for them. A lot of little tricks to do it as well. The run boost, this time the actual boost in the middle. Good flashes to try and get out. Obviously, some of those hits on the A ramp have really been working in their favor too. Hobbit sneaking in. Axel to get the headshot. Electronic, he's on an island right now. I can't believe that he's still alive. STY showing up with a pistol to save his teammate. That's almost a miracle.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, Navi, that's a wonderful benefit to have. Perfecto is going to be alone at the B bomb site. SDY and Electronic are going to play huddled up together. A 2-man team pushing together towards A ramp. Probably to find Electronic some safety with the low HP. Cloud9 is moving in behind them, slowly down the mid ramp and up towards connector.
It actually could be a sick mind game if they somehow get 2 people on the A ramp, but it looks like Electronic is going to keep on going.
I think Electronic is gonna wrap around towards Palace as soon as STY spots one. If he can get a kill, they line up. They line up. He does great damage. Yeah, now you go to Palace. Now you have a strong position, but you can't stop the plant. It's going to be a late round push, and he's got to wait and try and coordinate with Perfecto.
So much damage. Nafi, unfortunately, just bumping right into the bullets. Coming through the smoke, 2 versus 2, and like you said, that Palace position, they're already out. Electronic has no fear about anyone on the bomb side. He's heard the footsteps, he knows, and look at us running into the middle. Shiro, he's playing for the defuse. He's playing for the late round.
Electronic's got the kit, though, and he's low HP.
Yeah, that's a good point, and really scary. No smoke to put on top right now. There is one in the site, but I don't think they can swing it to get it. Oh, they're already on that defuse. This might be done already. He's just going to straight follow it through. 8-7 in the first half in favor of Cloud9. Oh, sorry, in favor of Navi. That's tremendous. What a turnaround. And a close game. Second half is going to be coming up after the break, and we'll find out who can bring this home.
The rivalry is reinvigorated. 8-7 lead for Navi in this 1-0 matchup between the two titans of Counter-Strike. Cloud9, after a shaky challenger stage, looking good, but a steal away of the final round of the first half was impressive from Navi, and they're sitting in the lead just for the moment.
Yeah, cheeky defuse. It was real close. You could see that that swing from the middle, but it didn't quite work out that way. So now Navi going to be on the T side with Cloud9 on the CT side. And this pistol round could be suddenly very important when it's this close. Looks like a full-on send towards the A-bomb side.
Oh yeah, it does, baby. We're going to get into it.
I'm going to slow it down. Oh, look at this. Two people. Double setup by the shadow position, though. That's a bit interesting. Navi, one good headshot will distract everyone.
There's
suddenly, all of the
people
T
here.
side. Yeah, they're going to be looking this way, and you're right. There's everyone here. There's the headshot. Flash does nothing. And this double setup again, it's a huge mind game. If you get one kill, you might not clear the second player. Hobbit, he's out fighting. Look at how exposed he is. He wants to show himself, but Simple comes down the ladder, and here is the swing back. SDY with a kill on Axile, and just like that, they've taken over the bomb side. And Simple, he's stolen that USP. This is huge.
This has got to be so shocking. This was a 3-on-5 at one point. What a quick turn back for Navi. Oh, they bail out. They leave Simple. They leave Simple to play Gladiator, and he's going to win it. 2 kills for Simple, and he wants to challenge on Inters. Supreme confidence from Simple, and Inters has nowhere to go. He still thinks it's the A-bomb site. How are you supposed to read that Navi is moving to the other side of the map when A has been lost? Great shot, but you've got a lot more to do.
Oh, he's pretty quick to turn around. That is at least a really cool read out of him. Every single second counts, especially when you don't have the diffuse kit picked up. So, yeah, if you get there 3 seconds earlier, that could absolutely be what you need at the end of the round. Inters here, a little bit of a surprise, but it doesn't matter. Perfecto, again, has been playing a rock-solid map. He's up to 14 kills behind that, but if not for Simple in this round, they might have got shut down at that A-bomb site completely.
That's so crazy. That's got to be a gut punch for Cloud9 when you say, we had 4 defenders here. We had a double stack. We had a bait and switch set up in dark underneath the balcony. We had a player in CT spawn. We got the initial 2 kills. We had everything we could have possibly wanted, and Navi still just bullied us out of the round.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much you could do once you've already quad stacked a bomb site. It doesn't really get much better than that. Scout being picked up. The massive return of the 5-7s. They've really come into their own in the last couple of months. And for good reason. But SDY is already checking it out. Hobbit's position's been confirmed.
Ooh, Navi's still going to press the issue. I was going to say, they don't have to commit to this whatsoever. You can see they're not pressing forward outside of having stance at the top of the ramp because they forced out counter utility. They've applied a lot of pressure. There's still 1 minute and 20 seconds to work with. The only problem is they don't have any information towards middle. So they realize there could be a push-up, there could be a flank. I think Navi still ends at this A-bomb site, but happy to just hit the pause button, back away, silence on the map, let Cloud9 think you're readjusting, and come right back at it and try again.
Sure could do with the scout. That's probably going to be the thing that could maybe break this apart, but they're just running straight at him, shut him down. Electronic with a good kill. UMP doing a little bit of work right there, but not enough to bring down the Galil. And Inters on its own, it's an expensive round, but it should be won. The bomb is kind of momentarily lost towards the jungle. I think they should be able to recover it, and Inters behind the smoke. It's very hard for him to do anything here.
But, I mean, if he can be aggressive through the smoke, get up towards stairs, maybe you have a chance at it. He's come through, missed the opportunity to come up the steps. 1v2, Simple's alive. That's a good nade to soften him up. For the Scout, it goes a little bit deep, but he's tagged 1. Can't find the other, and now he's down low as well. But the Scout can still do work. I just don't think he's very motivated for the fight.
If he knew how low they were, you wonder if he wouldn't have just tried a little bit more, but he just might not realize the way that we do. So tough break there. Still 10-7 in favor of Navi, but some expensive rounds here at the start of it, and that all counts.
I like this from Inters. How far does he want to go? This is him going for some exit kills, perhaps?
Yeah.
Hoping that they're going to retreat down ramp. They will, but they don't have to come all the way and expose themselves towards T-spawn. I'd be surprised if he got an extra kill, but they are. They're going to come right at him. He might have the opportunity against Simple, who's looking for this, but low HP, a little game of peekaboo, and that's it. Simple wants nothing to do with fight. Neither of them want anything to do with the fight, and the round is done. 3-round lead for Navi.
Yeah, good idea. I mean, if Simple had taken one more step, maybe that would have been it. 3-round lead, though. You're right. A little bit of a break for the headsets, I'm assuming. But right now, we got to fix that already. No issues at all. Yeah,
no, it's just I think it's just the in-ears causing some discomfort, so they're alleviating the pressure.
I can respect it.
10-7. That Scout on the hands of Shiro now passed over. Inters has picked up a 5-7 behind the armor and kit that he saved into this round. Nafi with a single flashbang just to make you happy.
Does make me happy.
Does make you happy.
Thanks, Cloud9. You have to assume that the goal here for Shiro playing alone on the A bomb side is to tag 1 or 2 people and then, you know, sort of force Navi to go B, and there's a stack there. It's not a complicated plan, but, you know, it's probably not in their control.
I want to play a game, Anders. I want to see your reaction. Can you give me the first couple words that come on the top of your head when I tell you this?
Go on.
Vitality is up 12-3 at half over Faze.
Jesus Christ. That is really surprising. Again, Vitality looked somewhat credited. I actually have Vitality in my pick'ems, but I felt really bad about it because I just feel like
it wasn't a confident pick.
No, not at all. And
like,
it should be.
You're
right?
like, I don't want to pick you, but I can't make a case to not pick you.
Yeah.
So here we are.
If I don't pick you, I'm going to be mocked by, you know, other members of the broadcast. If
So yeah, peer pressure wins again.
Does that a lot. All right, Simple on a bit of a cleanup. Started to catch up to Perfecto.
Oh, okay, hello. Mac-10s don't do their job, and STY, or excuse me, Bit with low HP doesn't want to do anything. Perfecto has Axal boxed in. Electronic has Axal boxed in. And round's done, 11-7.
This could easily have been a way more expensive round. I mean, they lost 2 players already in this one, but Navi have to be a bit careful. Their money going into the first rifle round here for Cloud9 is not really that amazing at the moment, so I got to be a bit careful.
I think the pistol round, the conversions are huge for Navi. I mentioned in the first half that Navi playing Mirage earlier against Vitality only managed 5 rounds on their T side. They were all gun rounds. They didn't win the pistol in that half as well, so this has put them in a very nice spot. They're 5 rounds away from victory here in the opening map.
Now, you were selling on this idea that Cloud9 are pretty good on the CT side.
Yeah.
Now is their chance to prove it.
Defensive team, they've had a lot of great comebacks, had a lot of great CT sides that have pulled them back into games. Another chance to do it again here.
Perfecto. In spite of the fact that we're in run number 19, it's only died 5 times. That's, I don't even know how that happens when the game is this close. Nice Molotov, nice setup of the wall towards that connector, and Hobbit feeling a little bit lonesome for backup right now. One good flash against him and he might get swung up on immediately. He's down. Bit with the opening Shiro. It's a good return, and Bit is very low on health, so C9 now taking a little bit of a break. They're not as aggressive as maybe Navi were in some of those rounds to try and fight at the bomb side. They're a little bit, they're sort of saying, all right, let's see what the next move is here for the T side.
This fight is everything. Electronic versus Exile. Oh, what a win. What a tap from Electronic. And now the defense huddles up. They got nowhere to go. 3 players cordoned off in window room in jungle. I think they've spotted Navi as well. They knew he was there the whole time. Electronic on a tear. Double kill for him. And I think now's the time for Cloud9 to just back away slowly. And don't let Navi hunt them down because they've hit 12.
Yeah, suddenly they've got a really, really nice lead. 8-7 at the end of the first half, but they've really stepped it up. And that opening on a Hobbit, you could see how painful it was to him sort of crouched down there. His backup was Shiro with an AWP. And that's obviously kind of good, but the problem is you're not feeling that confident, because if that open CT spawn misses a shot, then, you know, if they come out of Palace, you're just dead. So, scary stuff. 5-round gap that they're going to be building on here. Now the money is starting to look quite a bit better on that T side. Almost 9,000 a bit. Same on Perfecto.
That's a cute little bunny. What? That's not a bunny. I don't know what that is. That's an animal of some kind, creature.
In the general bunny category, I can
I think it's because it's fuzzy.
Yeah. Listen.
It's not a bunny. Timeout. Cloud9's going to talk things over. This is on the verge of getting out of control. 7-12.
It is, yeah. There's no doubt.
I mean, at this stage, I mean, we kind of touched on in the first half as well, the current meta of all the saving of when you're out of a round, just keep the weapons alive for the next one. If Navi get one clean hit, one clean wipe out of Cloud9, it's just, the economy is just so brutal.
Yeah.
It's so unforgiving at 12-7. Navi's going to extend that lead, and they're going to be so close to map victory.
How cool is it to see them not really prioritize the bomb plant immediately, but actually make sure to clear out jungle so that they're not suddenly getting surprised? That's, you know, a lot of less experienced teams might have been like, okay, we're at the bomb side, just go for the plant right now.
Well, it's nice too. I mean, Electronic gets that kill onto Catwalk, so he's got the space, right? And you've got a player right there ready to go, so let him be aggressive, especially with the Molotov down. Just make sure you're clearing out those corners. Electronic does a phenomenal job in that round with his double kill. Highly impactful double kill. And Navi are like, we've had some success today. We've been bullying you guys up the A ramp a number of times. We're going to put the fear of God in you on that part of the map, and Now we're going to switch things up. We're going to go elsewhere.
Yeah.
At least to open.
Smoke up in the window for a while, trying to deny some information in case anyone's playing there for the CT side. And a bit of a jump. Not that many nades left either on the C9 side. That's a big problem for them. Smoke is up, but SDY still wants to try and see if he can play it. Flashes in once and twice, and he's going to try and scale up onto the bomb site. Hobbit's down on the other side of the map, but that's got to be confusing if you're on the C9 side here. They've heard SDY, and even Inters had a great angle, but couldn't find the kill. They're being picked apart. They're winning every fight all across the whole stretch of the map. C9 just have nothing to do in this round.
Yeah.
Navi here, he'd have to be a one-man army on this side to try and defend.
And what's cool about this round, you're exactly right. This is like micro fights all across the map, and for Cloud9, there's no way to communicate and coordinate these defenses. Axel, look how much damage he has to take pushing through the Molotov just to be involved in the action. I think the other cool part of this round, as the bomb is going to transition over to the B bomb site, Nafany's going to have to say, this round is actually a play called for SDY, right? That's them heading to the B bomb site, using utility to set him up to go challenge out at the balcony, have him just stand tall and take whatever fight presents itself to him. And he rewards Navi with that faith with a kill into the B bomb site, and another timeout used by Cloud9, because that one has to be frustrating. That round had to be so confusing for C9.
You know, Jame would be smiling at this kind of a round. That's exactly what outsiders like to do. This sort of almost attack everywhere at once, and wherever the opening is after the dust has settled, that's where you go.
Yeah, they spread across the map. A couple like two-man fights, one-man fights here or there.
Super, super hard to play against. Obviously, you have to be prepared, as outsiders would be, to immediately save if you feel like it hasn't gone your way, right? If you lose the two opening frags instead of Perfecto and SDY die and you're in a 3-on-5, maybe you just say, okay, that's it. We're just saving then.
Well, Shiro is passed over an AWP from Nafany. He's saying, we need you. Now's the time.
And the UMP's making a comeback. I feel like it's been a long time since I've seen any USPs or UMPs anywhere.
They do have the full losing bonus for them, but this is saying here's an extra op. We're gonna have another chance for Shiro to win this round single-handedly. He'll be able to afford the AWP in the next round as well, but they're putting all the faith in their star opera for good reason. He's the one that got him here.
Oh, they're so close right now. Flash around, but Axel, he was able to get the kill anyway. That UMP is the only thing that's holding this round alive right now for the CT side. They're in a lot of trouble. The AWP has been picked up again, and Axel able to use it. Triple kill on him. He's trying to save his team right here. Nafany goes down, and they're still pushing for it. Hobbit with the AK able to do it, and it's just SDY on his own. He gets absolutely run down. A quad kill on Axel, and C9 saving themselves in this one. That was about to be one of the last rounds that they could have played here on Mirage, but that is a massive save.
Yeah, it's not in Shiro's hands, it's in Exile. So you call for your one star, and the other star steps up when he's needed to. But you're exactly right. This UMP kill from Exile is huge just before the flash popped, or maybe it was just a little too ineffective to stop him, but perfect timing either way. Because that's Navi, that's Electronic just saying, man, I'll take all this space. I'll take all this room to walk up connector, and I'm going to go for a fast, aggressive peek. But Cloud9 still alive in this for the moment. They're 5 rounds back. It's 13-8. And money is now no longer pretty for Navi either.
No, that's definitely true. They want to try and probably close out this game right now. We heard in the pre-game interview with Banks, Simple saying comeback after comeback for C9 in the last stage during challenges. That's true, and you don't want to give them the opportunity to do it again. Close this map right now. Don't look back, because they're going to be waiting for you.
And you lose money here if you're Navi, and Cloud9's going to get to at least double digits. They're going to be knocking on the door. They're going to be within striking distance. Navi's gotten to play this half with the comfort of a strong lead. And they're watching it disappear slowly but surely. Slowed back down, this time a more default spread across the map. 2 players boosting up. Electronic again looking to be the aggressor. Another smoke in towards window. And SDY hears this information. He says, one pushed upper B. I'm going to go for the challenge. He spots the leg. And Exile's going to bail out of the fight.
That looked actually really scary there. Look at the time, 35 seconds. They are in the middle, so kind of close to the bomb side. Looks like it's going to be A that they're going to end up hitting, but not with a start like that. Bit and Electronic blown up, and I would probably just save here.
Yeah, I think so as well. The hard part, the painful part is there's not enough money on these 3 players to kind of buy up any utility into the next round. But
yeah,
with a losing bonus starting to build up, it's only at 1 round for Navi. They're going to get $1,900. It'll be interesting to see what Electronic and Bit are able to put together to supplement these 3 saved weapons.
Yeah.
I would expect a timeout in this next round for Navi. They're going to have to come up with a tactic in terms of a round that they can play with low utility. Going to have to come up with a creative idea.
They didn't even get a chance to execute the round that they wanted. You could see it was going to be some kind of an A pinch, probably with a late lurk coming out of the Palace. If they could have had the attention middle, even if they don't get the kill on Shiro from the middle, just pushing him and just keeping him occupied, that Palace player could have come out with a big swing, but never got anywhere close. My God, how are things going on the A stream?
A mainstream update?
Yeah.
You want the A stream update? It's 15-5 in favor of Vitality.
That's unbelievable.
That is insane. Zabu's got 22 kills. It's an absolutely monster performance from Vitality. If they're able to close that one out, it'd be something special. Same here, though. Both these matches are playoff-level matches here in the early parts of the Legend stage. Navi taking on Cloud9, and I think we just got a double timeout. C9 called their fourth and final right after a Navi pause, so the coaches get more time, and you can see the clipboards are out.
Yeah.
I actually love that. I actually love that we have clipboards now.
It's getting great. The next thing we need is the huge mic in front of the mouse, so you can't do any lip reading.
Absolutely.
We need that level. Oh, this is super intense right now. The scoreline number is 13-9. It seems like there's a gap, but because of the money, there kind of isn't. Cloud9, they're one good round away from basically being at least a step away from tying up the scoreline, and that's all they need. The whole time in the challenger stage was just these comebacks. They're so used to it now. They definitely believe they can do it. So
ooh, this is so interesting from Navi. They buy up Galils around this. They fully buy it. Yeah, they don't go for like they don't go for Deagles. I guess it would be on the T side, or any kind of upgraded pistol in order to get more utility. They're more than happy to just play around where they're going to have to challenge heads-up duels.
Super risky.
That's putting a lot of faith in your individuals, but if you're Navi, you got a lot of talent from top to bottom of this lineup.
Look at how even they are on kills on that Navi side. Beard is on 12, but top fragging is Electronic and Perfecto at 16. So tight spread there in terms of the kills. They're really all pulling in the same direction right now.
Different story on the other side of things for Cloud9. 19 on Exile, as you can see. 13 for Shiro. What is the plan?
Three-man setup.
Electronic and Bid are coming through underpass now. They're going to have to clear out mid. They do have Smoke Molotov on Bid, so he's going to be the utility you'd imagine to give some safety so they can move up connector. They can block off Catwalk and actually split and attack this A bomb site.
Yeah, if you can get any attention drawn to middle, then surely this is going to be working. Nice little nade there. And we're down to 45 seconds, but you really need that mid attention.
Hobbit's in a strong position, though. I don't know if they'll expect it.
Doesn't feel like it. Oh, now might be a little bit questionable still. Good for the opening kill, and a good flick from Shiro to take down Perfecto. And again, they slow it down. Last time they called a save right here. This time they had Electronic in the window trying to break through, but it's not going to happen here. 25 seconds, a 2 versus 3. The bomb making a jump out. If Simple would have died, then the round is instantly over, but they're going to go for it. Yeah, and they actually hold it. Exile, what a headshot. And Shiro coming up with a double. It is 10-13. No bomb plant and no more money for Navi either.
I actually didn't do the worst job in the world, Navi. That was very close to working. Actually, I got to give credit over to Nathany. He had some kind of a spidey sense to kind of spin away when he sees there's no pressure coming up con. He actually turns back and looks for the window room boost, which is a perfect timing, because if he goes down there, then it's real big problems for Cloud9. Hobbit goes 1 for 1. Good trade from Perfecto. Shiro was on point with the AWP throughout the round, and they're within 3 as Navi have to sink back to pistols.
They have Deagles at the very least. Every once in a while, you get blessed by the Counter-Strike gods with some amazing 1Ds. I'm sure Navi would love that, if for no other reason than to just keep the economy as low as humanly possible on the C9 side. So can't really blame them if they're going to spend a little bit of time in this round looking for those kills.
How many people in the major pick'ems do you think had Faze in the 0-3 slot? Because they're staring down the barrel of 0-3.
Not many.
Not many.
I'm sure there is some crazy person out there who did.
What a shocking way for this to start, this Legend stage in Rio.
Yeah.
Absolutely disgusting.
That challenger buff is a real thing. We don't have the science to prove it yet, but strong intuition. Strong anecdotal evidence.
Exile.
Jump down. All right. They're putting a little bit of pressure on at least. Now we just need the 1D. It's going to be Perfecto. Body shot to take down Inters. And Axal, yeah, he was committed to that lane. You don't really want to be doing that bomb plant. This is already a big success. SDY has picked up the AK. Retake should still be perfectly doable here on the CT side. But deep breath, a little bit of communication here, and then set it up.
If SDY hits that towards Cat, okay, he's gone down. That's a huge kill. But Perfecto is up next, and the nades and the utility rain in. And those are resources that Navi is playing without in the round. However, a plant is what they were looking for. A plant is what they got. Still a 2-round lead.
I think that's... I would expect this out of Cloud9, but if they had panicked in that 4-on-4 and they were like, oh, let's just, you know, like, let's swing, let's go and fight right now. I mean, Axal, you could see him sort of dancing on the corner there at the catwalk, but if he had, you know, overextended himself, hadn't fallen back, that could have easily spiraled out of control. So good job on the CT side for you know, just taking the extra 3 seconds to communicate how that retake was going to happen. 13-11. Man, this is... Again, the comeback is slowly but surely happening. Axal's up to 22 kills, leading the charge at the moment.
And Shiro's not doing anything crazy, but he's hitting the shots that he's presented with.
Yeah.
He's not playing any, like, out of his mind, as we've seen in some of the other games that they've had to go through, but boy, is he delivering when he gets the opportunity. Bit sprayed down through the smoke to 46 HP. That's mid-control given over to Navi. Aggressively into connector, and there's Shiro, ready and waiting, open arms, more than happy to take the scalp.
It looked like they had a flashbang to follow it up, but it wasn't enough somehow. Axal's going to get the kill on Electronic, trying to beat the timing, and now they're just going to be flooding onto the bomb site. But there's 3 people here. This is a 3-way crossfire. You are never going to be able to break this the way that C9 is set up. Yeah, this got really disorganized from Navi, and I think there's a mistiming or a miscommunication there between the Electronic and the rest of the team, because he really forced the issue through a Molotov on catwalk, but his team was maybe 4 seconds. Oh my lord, get out. Nice. Simple not going to be happy about that. Axal looked like he himself was a bit confused.
Cloud9's about to tie this up.
Good wallbang.
It's a full round losing bonus. 3,400 is going to be coming in for Navi. The wealthiest player will be Bit with 4,600 in the bank, so they're going to have AK-47 money on a couple players, but it's not going to be pretty all across the board. Navi might want to drop down to Tech 9s, Deagles, and P250s and see if they can get something creative going in their fashion, but play the economy game moving forward for the later stages for the last, what, 5 rounds or so of this half, of this game, of this map.
Yeah, this is wild. So far, the Rio Major, Cloud9 have proved the hardest team to put away. You can get the lead on them, but actually taking them down just seems to be almost impossible. What a wild ride it is. 13-12.
Offense wins games, defense wins championships.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to prove right here. And the money is just slowly coming back for Navi, which is kind of a little bit of something, but man, they're in a tough spot.
Yeah, they really are. 3rd timeout taken from Navi. Cloud9 has used all 4 of theirs. Only 1 remaining between these 2 teams for the rest of regulation, and if it goes into overtime, Navi's already played 3 overtimes on this map earlier today against Vitality. And they go for the investment. They don't play a conservative economic game. Why would you? You've actually got a pretty damn strong buy. 3 Galils, 2 AK-47s, plenty of utility, plenty of nades, but what can Navi get going for them? Their offense seems to have fallen a little bit flat in the recent times. It's 5 in a row now for Cloud9's defense. Once they've gotten momentum, once they got their economy settled beneath their feet, they have not looked back.
A little bit of a lean towards the B-bomb side, but it's still early days in this round. They don't really have to commit to anything, especially because they're controlling the extremity on the other side. Perfecto's still in the palace, so they can kind of do whatever they want. See if they are going to be... If they get the mid-control, that's always a nice platform. That's kind of obviously the basics of the map. Axal is there. Navi on the other side. Flash is pretty good. I don't know if they spotted him yet, but long-range spray, they're going to be able to get the return right away. Navi, surely they're not going to allow him to escape. That's huge. Nice trading in the middle. This is everything they want, but they still have to get rid of Shiro, and that's been proving very, very hard in the last couple of rounds. He gets one. He spots Perfecto. He could have had that one.
What a read to come back and look Palace. Now, Simple still in middle. He's yet to make his play. Wants to attack and coordinate with Perfecto into the A bomb site, but he's got to get past Shiro, and he doesn't have anything to do it with just a single flashbang, which is dropped and used. It's got to be a peek. He baits out the shot, and now he's got Shiro boxed in.
Oh, Battle of the Titans right here. Flash is coming in as well, but Shiro, he's still just dancing in the corner. Finally, he goes down, but only 17 seconds, and Simple trying to get through the murder hole. CT spawn, he's going to get caught by Hobbit, finding his 10th kill, and that'll tie up the scoreline, 13-13.
He had the idea. He had the escape route mapped in his head, just couldn't get there. What a shutdown from Hobbit to rotate back and make sure that Simple couldn't sink away.
And you know, Shiro, for the longest time, just how many seconds did he buy? That's also super frustrating, because if you're on the Navi side, you want to get the kill and move on.
Yeah, and it's also occupying Simple to the extent where he can't look over and help Perfecto in any way get into the bomb site or find any safety coming out of Palace. Isolated fights because Shiro is being such a nuisance, and now Navi descend down to the Tech-9s and Deagles.
No one has the bomb. Please don't rush the bomb side and actually get in.
You don't need the bomb if you kill them all.
Yeah, I can't argue with your logic, Jason.
Yep.
You are right once again. Here we go. SDY jumping in. Bomb is still in T-spawn. Simple's running back to pick it up, and looks like they're not going to get the entry that they needed anyway, so the heartbreak might not be quite there. And yeah, Navi, good little lineup. Simple's now all the way back, and he's going to be running to the A-bomb site. If you get the bomb plant, this seems like almost an unintentional fake.
What if this was designed? What if it was designed, Anders? What if this was the plan all along?
I don't want to believe it.
Oh, if he would have gotten one kill, this could have gotten interesting. Simple does have a deagle. Yeah, I mean, he just has to go for it, and he's going to realize, yep, I've got it. It's free.
Oh my god, why is he checking everything just to get the bomb down?
Oh.
They obviously have some round loss bonus here, but wait, what?
Okay, okay, he wants a weapon, I guess. He wants maybe an AWP to rotate back?
There's some huge cannons right behind him and an APC as well, but I don't know what the plan is here.
Some huge cannons in his pants to make this kind of a play.
30 seconds.
I mean, with the losing bonus, they're gonna be able to buy no matter what. The plan isn't the most important thing in the world.
No, that is true. Otherwise, he would have gone straight for it. So I kind of agree with that part, but still.
I think the idea is, let me go see if I can catch some like cheeky rotator who's not paying attention, who's lost his focus, who doesn't think. I mean, you'd never check there if you're rotating over as a CT, and he's saying maybe I get an AWP, maybe I get an M4, and then we can see if I can win the round with an upgraded weapon.
Yeah, 1 versus 4 with the Deagle though. And the first challenger is Hobbit, and it'll take him right down. So good job. Cloud9 are in the lead, 14-13. They've managed to overtake Navi, and are now 2 rounds away from winning the map.
7 rounds straight for Cloud9's defense.
You did warn us.
Yep, and Navi has called 2 timeouts in this second half that have not been able to find the solution. They've got 1 remaining and don't want to use it yet. AWP is going to be out in Simple. Here come the AK-47s. Now, the extra $800 didn't really do anything to help this round, but they've got money in the bank with that extra losing bonus moving forward if they need to buy up in the next one. And yeah, a little bit of a giggle. A little bit of a giggle might deceive you that this isn't a tense moment. 1-0 games, 14-13. Cloud9 just taking the lead in the previous round, and Shiro's under pressure.
Oh, they're looking so strong right now. CT side coming through in a massive way. Taking a bit of nade damage already. Hobbit playing kind of a dangerous game. The bullets whizzing right over his head, almost painting an outline around him. Oh my god, that was close. It looks like they still want to try and see if they can finish this, but from the middle first now instead. Electronic trying to get there, and every other time he's tried this, he's run into Shiro and been knocked out. Shiro again with the opening, but it's on bit. There's still that mid portion of it maybe could be working out, and there it is. Electronic to take down Shiro. That is the opening they needed all along. Axile is still back here, but he's isolated. Nafi, a hero play, coming through the smoke, taking down Simple. That's everything they needed. SDY on his own. It's a spin. It's a massive 180. He takes down Nafi, and he still has 55 seconds. Inters, he must be panicked right here.
Oh, this would be a clutch for the ages. SDY, Inters is playing this so confident, though. He's standing tall. This is a perfect place to find information. The question comes, when does SDY begin to walk? When does he begin to obscure his footsteps? And I think Inters hears everything.
He does.
Yeah, he absolutely does. And SDY's lost it. He's gambling that Inters is going to be rotated over. It's going to be nice and easy. Nice and easy. SDY gave himself a chance, but how do you expect that? Nathany is stone cold. What a level of impact that he's brought into this game.
Yeah, that was a huge play. Axile completely on his own, needed backup badly. and Navi was ready for it. This push through the smoke, you could get killed easily doing that.
And an awkward timing for Simple to try and adjust and handle the situation as he's just jumping up onto the railing right when that play actually happens. No timing for him to get the communication necessary. Final timeout called by Navi. 15-13. They need 2 in a row. They're stuck on 5 in this second half. They're stuck on 13 rounds in this map. And Cloud9 are about to put another CT side comeback onto their resume.
Unbelievable. They must be hitting a record. How many, I don't know what the record is for comebacks in this sense in any major, but they're doing something truly crazy at the moment.
8 straight rounds on the CT side for Cloud9.
28 kills on Exile, leading the pack, but the rest of them are starting to get there. You can see what a problem Shiro has been in the second half in that connector position. Very hard to get rid of. 2 in a row for Navi. At least they have some money to work with. And they're giving an opportunity right now for C9 to be aggressive, see if they want to do pushes, but they're not really incentivized to do it. What they've been doing has been working. Navi have not been able to find an answer, so why would you change anything?
Yep. And some of these plays from Electronic early on in this half, when Navi rattled off this 5-0 start, looked really good, looked really confident, really cool. The plays to activate SDY over towards the B platform as well. But man, they have fallen flat. Cloud9 have closed the door on those kinds of plays, and Navi still tried to make them a couple times. They just haven't worked in the same way. And I guess if you're Navi now, it looks like they're just falling into a standard execute onto the A bomb site. Just go back to some old school stuff.
Yeah, maybe with Bit. I thought he was going to be lurking in the middle, but he's actually going to join the rest of the team.
Get in, get the bomb plant, see if you can win it after the fact. Nice and easy, nice and simple. We'll see if they can pull it off. Hobbit's a bit exposed, but no one coming through the smoke. That would be a huge risk for Navi. They don't take the gamble. They do now.
Oh, Shiro is actually rotating back. They found a really good timing here. Shiro is kind of out of the loop just for a second. 25 of them left, by the way. And that bomb, it needs to go down. Quick missed opportunity. Simple taking down. Nafani is looking good for this round. Electronic with the opening as well. And that bomb is planted. The spam, it nearly got the kill, but not quite. And C9, they need to think about this real hard.
They don't need to worry about saving. They go for this. They have all the money in the world. You're going to challenge everything. You're going to keep going and keep moving forward. Look at the HP.
You're absolutely right. SDY with the shot on Hobbit, but they're still going to be pushing a little bit forward here. Inters, nade, it almost could have had it. Electronic, he can't believe he's alive. And Exile thought he surely would have been gone, but he was still sticking around. Inters now in a 1 versus 3, and there's nothing he could do at this point. 14-15. Navi finding at the very least another round, and off the back of just a plain A execute, but that push, that deep dive towards the jungle and the knockout, that's brilliant.
Simple gets the opening kill, but it's Electronic who's really challenging in a big way. That's a huge kill off the flashbang from Bit, but it's Electronic dueling dry against Shiro's op. And for someone we've mentioned has been so on point in this game and throughout the IEM Rio tournament, even the challenger stage, Shiro misses a couple sitters that you would expect him to hit. Electronic's able to capitalize. 2 kills for him. 1 round remaining. 14-15. It's a 2-0 start for Cloud9, or it's overtime for Navi.
Yeah, they've done it once. They need to do it again. That'd be heartbreaking for Navi if they end up losing it like this, 16-14, after such a massive lead. But that is, in fact, what's right in front of them. All right. Just a peek here. Not very aggressive either from the C9 side.
Well, you mentioned if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Cloud9 have fixed what wasn't broke. They've gone for the double op setup after that 1 loss. Now, that's kind of a big risk considering, you know, your defense has been so solid with Exile on an M4 on a rifle, but also this is a defense Navi isn't going to expect. They will never, ever expect a second AWP, and they might just walk right into it. If Shiro's location is discovered, they might think there's no op elsewhere on the map.
Did they just fire it and throw it away?
Yeah. Exile's back into the M4.
They just made some noise with one op somewhere on the map?
Stockpiling in a location where they might be able to pick it up. Electronic had a chance there on towards Catwalk. Didn't expect it. And now Bit goes down as well. Cloud9, they're saying quiet on the map. We'll take the initiative. We'll be the ones to dictate the action. And they've got a 5-on-3 for the map.
Oh, this is sick 40 seconds left, and maybe Perfecto. He needs a quick double to even make this possible. Making a lot of noise. There's one, but Nafi's there on the return. And SDY and Simple, this is red. They know what's coming already. A boost up, and SDY is down all on Simple, and they're not even giving him the fight. They're not even giving him the opportunity here. 20 seconds left, and there's absolutely nothing you can do. Oh, they're playing it so well right now. Cloud9, what a stunning map they've been playing. Simple's going to be going down.